All right, y'all. So we got another reaction. So let's get into it. Before we get started, y'all tell me how y'all day is going. Yeah, let's get started. The title is called "The Moment She Realized She Killed Her Boyfriend."
Hey, what happened?
I don't know.
Did you just come home?
I was down the street walking my dog and they shot him.
This is 22-year-old Alyssa Blackburn.
She said walking her dog.
Walking my dog and they shot him.
This is 22-year-old Alyssa Blackburn, and she just returned home from walking her dog to find her boyfriend shot and barely alive.
That's it.
I don't know what happened. I couldn't touch my kids. For real.
When deputies arrived, Alyssa would initially claim his injuries were from a violent drive-by just minutes earlier. But it wouldn't take long for them to start noticing holes in her story.
She's frantic. I think she knows more than what she is saying.
I said the same thing. I was like, for all we know, she smoked his ass.
What deputies didn't realize at the time was that Alyssa never walked her dog. In reality, she had been right there, witnessing the entire
I thought her dog was right there in the first scene with her.
shooting up close. As the investigation began, detectives would uncover a meticulously planned homicide and a tragic conspiracy, with Alyssa right in the middle of it.
Sorry for that, hold on, I'm trying to fix something. All right, there we go.
She got a witness saying they observed a white male run out of the house with a gun. Why are you lying to me? You understand me? Stop. Don't start lying to me.
Damn. Couple seconds in, you know, they ain't even took the nigga to the hospital probably yet. The nigga he already can sense the bullshit, bro. That's
The white male run out of the house with a gun. Why are you lying to me? You understand me? Stop. Don't start lying to me.
He said, mother, I ain't gonna shoot you, I ain't gonna shoot you. And he was shooting him the whole time.
Fortunately, we will have ads in this video because I'm not downloading it, but yeah.
But it's all very girl.
You literally have one opportunity to talk about this, otherwise you are.
Nigga, put your shoes back on, bitch. Hell.
On October 29th, 2022, the Escambia County Sheriff's Office received multiple 911 calls from frantic residents on the 1100 block of Medford Avenue. Earlier that morning, a driver in a black sedan had reportedly opened fire on a home in a small neighborhood. Hours later, at around 2:00 p.m., the sound of gunshots would be heard again, but this time followed by a young man's anguished cries for help. Quickly, officers were dispatched to the scene, racing to piece together what had just unfolded.
What we got? 331, we need EMS and route. Gunshot victim inside the house. Anybody else in here?
No, my dog's in the bathroom. Please don't go in there.
I got a chest seal. I'm gonna go get it.
The first deputies on the scene arrived to find 26-year-old Jesse Gahagan lying on the floor in a pool of blood, barely conscious, with bullet holes scattered throughout his body.
Where you shot, bud?
Right here. You said you got a chest seal?
Yeah.
Jesse is experiencing a pressure imbalance in his chest cavity, meaning his lungs could collapse at any moment. With Jesse in the hands of paramedics, the deputies shift their focus to the next critical task, piecing together what had happened. With this in mind, Deputy Tinch wastes no time turning to question the only witness present, Jesse's girlfriend, Alyssa Blackburn.
Hey, what happened?
I was down the street walking my dog and they shot him.
Who shot him?
I don't know.
Did you find him like this?
Yeah, I just had to kick in the back door because nobody was knocking on.
So do you live here?
Yeah,
Who is that gentleman to you?
it's my boyfriend.
Are you the one that called 911?
No.
Who called 911? Because it was a female.
I called 911 because I heard the gunshot.
So 911 isn't even here because she called them. Someone else called her. So her boyfriend got shot, bleeding in a pool of blood. She didn't even call the police.
Why are you lying to me? You understand me? Stop. Don't start lying to me. You understand what's standing there? I need proof.
I'm the one who did it. What do you
Then go tell me you didn't call.
You're gonna get me shot out here. You realize that? We're Montclair. It's my life too.
What's your last name?
Blackburn. I don't think you realize that I'm risking even calling y'all for real.
Right away, Deputy Tinch grew suspicious after noticing a flaw in Alyssa's account of the 911 call. However, considering the chaos of the moment, he knew it was possible she could be in shock and that her memory was distorted. But unbeknownst to the deputy, Alyssa would go on to provide more misleading statements, making her story even more suspicious. What's worth noting is that situations like these can be especially traumatizing for everyone involved, including those watching at home, just like you.
Just aside from everything, bro, that shit's sad, bro. Like, how do you be with someone for years and decide you just, like, okay, it's like, this is one thing to, like, decide that you don't want to be with them, but to take their whole life, bro, and have in mind that you're going to get away with it, that is insane.
Oh, if you've ever felt that you need help with mental health, you should know that there are always people you can reach out to. That's why I'd like to thank BetterHelp, the sponsor of today's video. I've partnered with them to help provide you with an easy and simple solution to therapy so much before finding the one that's right for you. BetterHelp makes this easy with their 30,000 licensed therapy space hard feeling.
Pull them to their grave.
We got an ad on an ad. Come on, bro.
Link in the description or therapy. With that said, let's get back to Alyssa. Even though her inaccurate account of the 911 call was suspicious, Deputy Tinch knew it could be due to her frantic condition. If anything, this just made him want to know more.
Before you left to walk the dog, was he by himself?
Yeah, no, there wasn't nobody else here.
And he wasn't like that, right?
No, he was not like that. He was fine. He was in the room, and he was not bleeding on the ground.
Who else lives here?
This is, I don't even know whose house this is. I just got here like 2 days ago. Real shit. I swear to God, I just moved here. All my stuff's in the back bedroom, but my dog's in there.
According to Alyssa, the shooting occurred in the small window of time while she was walking her dog. But none of this would matter to her, as her boyfriend would be carried out in a stretcher unconscious.
But the glass, was it broken before you left? Was it out here when you left to walk the dog? Okay.
Oh my God.
Just step over here. Sure.
It's likely Alyssa, in this moment,
Yeah, bro, that's sad for real. But
walk the dog? Okay.
like, she can't even see this. I mean, nobody want to see their significant other unconscious, but like, bro, how shocked you were when you seen him in that position, like, it's only eating you up because you're the reason he's like that.
Oh my God.
Just step over here. Sure.
it's likely Alyssa, in this moment, believed Jesse had passed away. First responders were using what's called a soft stretcher, not too different in appearance to a body bag used when the victim is dead. However, Jesse is still alive. He was suffering from multiple gunshot wounds and was slipping in and out of consciousness. He appeared to have been shot in the upper abdomen and leg and was in critical condition. As paramedics loaded Jesse into the ambulance, preparing to take him to the hospital, deputies could finally give Alyssa their full attention, as she was the only witness so far who could give them a lead. But soon, officers would begin to suspect that Alyssa wasn't the innocent victim she portrayed herself as.
I don't know, honey. I'm sure he's talking to us. So yes, because he just gave us a bunch of information. Okay.
I don't want nobody to see me.
Oh, dang, that's crazy. So in a state where, like, in a time where a person is like their life on the line, not life on the line, but like when they're in critical conditions, like the first thing they ask basically is like, they just basically interrogate them, ask like what happened before they actually die. So like, just imagine like right before he died, he basically just pointed the fingers to her. Damn, that's deep.
Oh my God.
See you, okay?
Okay.
Let's call your parents, okay?
Due to Alyssa's seemingly frantic condition, deputies were unable to get any more information from her beyond what she had already recounted. So in an attempt to make sense of the situation, deputies on scene began sharing the information they had gathered, and they quickly started to notice some intriguing details.
So I wonder if earlier it was a drive-by, this was Target House, and then maybe somebody came back.
Bro, it looks like he got shot in the house.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're casing dog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whoever either they busted us in the house or they know him and let him in the house.
Yeah, but her time frame is way off, bro. That's the problem. And she's like, I asked her who called. She's like, not me. I'm like, it was a female, honey. She was like, okay, I called. And then I said, stop fucking lying to me. This is serious. She's saying that she left to go walk the dog, came home to this. And the time frame is not 4 hours ago. Because she's saying she heard the shots.
So it wasn't the.
I guarantee you it was.
We can find some cameras.
Clearly, Alyssa's story wasn't adding up, and despite her exaggerated crying, officers were growing more convinced
These motherfuckers in the wrong career. They need to be actors, bro. It's good ass fucking fake crying.
that she
bro.
might have somehow been involved. But without definitive evidence to prove her role in the crime, these suspicions would remain as just that, suspicions, for now. So, officers, determined to find something concrete, would begin searching the neighborhood. That's when Deputy Brissette encountered a neighbor who would claim to have seen everything.
I heard 2 gunshots about 10 o'clock this morning, and I saw a little black.
Here's how the average man's life would change if he never saw an ad again. Day 1, he would install
Black car.
Little black car.
So, come and go and come back. You know, I don't know if they had anything to do with it, but it was like they just took off from right over here.
Did you hear some gunshots?
Yeah, I heard 4 of them.
Over here?
I just seen a black boy and a white boy just get in the car, and I seen the white boy come out with the gun in his hand.
What kind of vehicle?
It's like a beat up, old school looking Toyota Camry. And he came out the door, he said, I told them just don't play with me. Was it a black boy or a white boy that got shot?
White guy got shot.
Ooh.
So far, it doesn't necessarily seem like she has anything to do with him dying. More so they both, well, actually kind of, because she's unarmed, so maybe she set him up because they maybe got into it, or you know, they probably owed someone money and they just pulled back up, you know. Him being the man, he probably had some words for them and they just shot him. But now she's telling a different story, so she is technically lying, which makes it seem like she has part of something to do with why he is possibly dead.
The one that lived there.
Tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who. They always going I back and forth.
With different people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Have you ever seen that car in the area before, that white guy?
Always there.
The camera's always there?
Yeah.
What these witnesses just revealed was critical. According to them, shortly before the shooting, a beat-up Toyota Camry pulled into the driveway of Alyssa's house. 2 men stepped out, one white, one black, and made their way towards the home. Additionally, one witness noticed something even more alarming. The white male was armed, and moments after they entered the house, gunfire erupted, echoing throughout the neighborhood. With this new information at hand,
or like backtrack to what I was saying, or she was actually walking her dog and someone, you know, invaded their home and, you know, shot him.
Deputies could finally narrow their focus.
Maybe she didn't see that someone was there, so maybe she just got the impression that the house got shut up. I mean,
focused to 2 prime suspects, who for now would remain unidentified. As for Alyssa, her role in the investigation was still unclear. It still made no sense why she felt the need to lie about her story. And given
I'm gonna make assumptions. Maybe her boyfriend is black. I don't know what that, it has nothing to do with the story, but I'm just saying. Maybe the white guy was her brother, and the black guy was a friend of her boyfriend. That's why I came to that conclusion that he might be black, but we don't know yet, so.
Alyssa's emotional state, it was impossible to get anything valuable out of her, so her parents were allowed on the scene to help her calm down.
Just 1 second, let me test my mic and make sure we're good. Test. Okay. I want to be talking to myself the whole time.
In the meantime, deputies would notice the biggest flaw in Alyssa's story yet.
She was in that fucking house. So she did it? No. Bristol got a witness saying that they observed a white male run out of the house with a gun. Oh, okay.
This house is not just 2 days lived in.
Hang on. Right.
There's other people that live there.
Right.
So who are they?
And she put it on my God. She said, I swear that I've only been here for 2 days. Come on.
This deputy just picked up on a very important realization. The house Alyssa claimed she moved into with Jesse only 2 days ago looked well lived in, contradicting her entire story.
I mean, why lie about that?
With this new suspicious clue.
Like, yeah, why lie about that? Like, they can find out, like, when the house was purchased. And once they find out, you're already guilty. So now you're actually, like, you're a suspect now.
Deputy Davidson devised a genius solution to finally determine if she was just an innocent witness or if she had a bigger role in the shooting.
If I ask the lives here and she says no, she's lying. Why would she lie? Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Does anybody else live here with you and Jesse?
I don't know who was here and who don't, because there's people here all in and out all the time. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a dude named, I mean, he sleeps on the couch sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Because he was like, I've been letting you stay here because he stayed in tip. But the way they were talking, it sounded like he just got here. So you know what I mean? Like, they haven't been there that long.
Alyssa finally cracks, admitting that one of Jesse's friends was living in the house with them. This is important because he could potentially be another witness to the shooting or even a suspect. Deputy Davidson would go on to press Alyssa for more information about this friend, but to no avail. And with nothing else to go on, deputies reached a dead end in their investigation. So far, they knew that 2 unidentified men had carried out the shooting of Jesse and fled the scene in a black Toyota.
I'm so slow. They did show her boyfriend. He was white.
Camry. They also discovered that others had been living in the house with Alyssa and Jesse, opening up possibilities for even more witnesses and suspects. Lastly, Alyssa's account of events had proven quite unreliable due to her frantic condition. So with the on-scene investigation at its end, Jesse clinging to life in the hospital, and Alyssa the only immediate witness, the next move was clear. Take Alyssa to the police station for a formal interrogation and get to the bottom of whatever she's hiding. An hour later...
That's crazy. Like, I noticed a lot of this stuff happens in all the stories. When they're in the interrogation room, 9 times out of 10, the relative or the significant other is in the hospital in critical conditions. That alone is already sad, but you are now spending your time, you're not spending your time with your significant other, and he's literally about to die, and after you're probably going to go to jail, you're not going to see him again. You're not even going to be able to make it to the funeral. So it's like, bro, why even do all this, game? And then you're going to be in jail for the rest of your life.
Alyssa and her mom would be transported to the police station and placed inside an interrogation room while detectives gathered all the evidence from deputies. Alyssa doesn't know it yet, but this interrogation would go far worse than she could have ever imagined.
I swear to God! I swear to God! Don't touch me! Don't you touch me!
There's no reason they have to talk to us by themselves. There's a camera in here. There's audio in here. We can hear everything.
Yeah.
There's no reason they have to talk to us by themselves.
You're right.
Alyssa realizes she's being recorded and immediately makes her mom aware. It's clear this isn't her first time in an interrogation room. Unfortunately for her, the cameras would turn out to be the least of her worries. Detectives would walk into the room with a clear plan in mind, figure out why Alyssa lied. If they can press her on the details, she might slip, giving them a real shot at actually solving the case.
David Preston, you know David? How do you know him?
Experience.
Experience?
Yes.
I got in trouble. Only 2 times I've been in trouble. I didn't want you to really.
Gotcha. Well, I'm investigating Martinez. I work with David, so I know. Yeah. That being said, we want to get some information as far as like how long you guys been living there, who lives there.
2 days, 2-3 days ago. I just got there. If I had my phone, I can tell you exactly, but they wouldn't let me get my phone.
Okay.
I know, but it wasn't in. I can't remember where it was, but.
Okay. And the only reason I'm asking is because, like I said, we have to get a search warrant in order to get the house.
Okay.
So once we get into the house and we look around, if
I mean, they already was basically in the house. I guess they didn't search it. They went in for the cause to save him. I guess.
something's missing, like his cell phone,
Yeah.
then maybe we can possibly start trying to track it and find it.
Okay.
So,
No, I'm not going to question you at all.
so that's why I was asking, I'm not asking like to pry, but maybe
You're good.
something's missing and maybe we can track it and be like,
I
this
know
is the
y'all
last-
just trying to help.
Great news! Now your account has a level, and you get free daily cases.
For real, I'm not that type of person. I know y'all are just trying to.
Okay.
Alyssa has to be feeling the pressure at this point. She's told her version of events several times by now, and yet investigators keep asking the same questions. Perhaps that's why, after an entire afternoon of speaking to law enforcement, she finally gives them something substantial.
All right, so it's just you and Jesse that live in that house?
No, there's 2 males there and there's Jesse. But there's people in and out of there all the time, you know what I mean? I mean, it's like literally like a
Trap house.
ghetto trap.
I mean, it's not really a trap house without any illegal things going on. So, I mean, that already speaks volume.
Like out here, you haven't seen the house, but the whole house is like trashed almost.
Bro, the house looks good on the outside. I mean, if it's trash, it's because that's how y'all. I mean, that's just how y'all live.
Tried to clean it up and I mopped the floors and kind of stuff like that because I have nowhere to go. But there's a dude named Ian for sure. I know because he sleeps on the couch, and I know he was getting help from somebody. The dude who lives there, I guess, around a regular, trying to get off of drugs.
Okay. Is he a black male, white male?
He's white.
Okay.
Yeah, he's tall. He's real tall. He's like real tall to me. I'm like 5 foot.
Alyssa confirmed that 2 other people lived in the house, noting that individuals are
That would make sense because, I mean, unless you're just like in the middle of the day, you just leave your doors unlocked. I mean, who else would have access to open the door? I mean, someone knock on the door and then her boyfriend opens it and then they just fire on him. That makes sense, but it sounds like nothing was ever mentioned at any point. Well, it's probably because they haven't questioned her boyfriend on that. But yeah, I mean, if there were people that lived there, that would make sense for why someone has access to get inside the house without any keys. Maybe they just, maybe it was, I don't know.
constantly coming and going, a detail that could suggest drug activities considering her previous statements and frantic behavior earlier. But most importantly, she mentions one of the roommates by name. If investigators can track him and the other roommate down, they may not have to rely solely on Alyssa's version of events, as it's obvious she hasn't been telling the whole truth. So the detective continues to question Alyssa in hopes of extracting another name.
Start from what did you do today? From when you got up.
I woke up on the couch and he was on the couch across from me, and Jesse was sitting in his chair. It's in the living room, whatever. I called my mom and dad because I was supposed to go over there. There's voicemails, you know what I'm saying, when you called him. I don't remember exact time.
Called us.
But the other dude that lives there, he wasn't there. He was supposed to be going to get a hotel room with a girl the night before, so he hasn't been there.
Who's that?
I think his name's.
Okay.
It starts with. Yeah, but he wasn't there at all.
Alyssa doesn't realize it yet, but with the other roommate's name obtained, the investigation has already taken a sharp turn. The detective's top priority is no longer just her story. It's tracking down the roommates she previously lied about who could be key witnesses to the shooting. But before they could get to that, Alyssa and her mother would share one more major detail from the morning of the shooting.
We go to my new house.
Bro, think about this shit, bro. That's scary, dog. Like, hold on. We gotta change this real quick. That shit is scary, bro. Like, imagine like dating someone, they have the traits of being the person of your dreams, bro, and then they just turn out to be the person who took your life. That shit is sad. Like, bro, I'm sure if he knew that she was gonna eventually become this brutal animal, he would not have been with her, and this would have been prevented. And that's why it's crucial to not trust everyone and watch your surroundings.
house where we're building because we're moving into it. We just closed on it. So we go over there. She has somebody else come and get her to go through her paperwork for work and stuff like that because we're moving. And then, and I don't know who it was.
It doesn't end up working out.
Yeah,
I went to FedEx and stuff like that. And then I got.
Did this person come pick you up? Did you call?
So she know her mom's probably about to start telling her the truth. So notice when every time her mom talks, she cuts her off. I've noticed that's another thing she's been doing.
Tell them to come pick you up, or they just showed up?
It's a friend. I don't really know him like that. You know what I'm saying? Jesse doesn't like anybody to know where we stay at all because what he does, and obviously y'all know what he does. You know what I'm saying? Because I told the police. I don't know if y'all talked to police yet. Yeah.
Are you fucking serious? This nigga is in life. This nigga is in critical conditions, and you are already like putting dirt on his name, bro. Even if this nigga gets out, like he's cooked. Like, bro, opposites don't really attract, or they kind of do, but like if he's doing it, you are too, bro. Like just not throw him under the bus.
Okay. Yeah. And
What did they do? Sell drugs?
Allegedly. I don't know.
What's
I don't
important?
even know if I just used that right. Yeah, he sells drugs. He sells drugs.
And what kind of car did this person pick you up?
Well, a black car.
Black Toyota.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of car
It was just black.
It's a older
pay
vehicle
attention.
that doesn't even have the emblems on it.
Did you see it?
I didn't pay
Yeah, it was
attention.
black. It was
Looked
black.
like it was spray painted.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It was.
I know it was black though. I didn't
Like
pay
all
attention.
Toyota or something like that.
It was definitely a small sedan.
What's a sedan? I think it's a car, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, maybe.
Well, that's
I think it's 4-door.
Alyssa's mother just described the same car that witnesses saw fleeing the scene, a black Toyota Camry. But what's even more crucial is Alyssa's own admission. She was in that very car after being picked up by a so-called friend. With this insight, detectives now have a major person of interest, whoever was driving that black Camry. Now their top priority is clear. Identify this man.
Yeah.
What's his name, the guy that come and got you?
I don't know him. That's what I'm saying.
Well, how'd you call him?
Jesse, I didn't call him. I said I didn't call him.
Oh, he just showed up at the house?
Yeah, my brother knows him and Jesse knows him and all kind of stuff like that. Like he comes around all the time and hangs out with him. I don't associate myself with people that he does. I'm not allowed to even be at the house by myself.
Is he white or black?
He's white, for sure.
Can you describe him to us?
Well, he's kind of ghetto.
I know he's ghetto. He's got tattoos.
Yeah.
You can tell he's been to jail.
20s, 30s?
At least like his late 20s.
Despite the vague description, detectives can now confirm the driver of the black Camry is a white male in his late 20s with tattoos. Combined with all the other information, these details are enough for detectives to begin searching. But before detectives wrap up Alyssa's interview, they would have to deliver the tragic news of what happened to Jesse.
I did just get off the phone with the doctor's office, and he did not survive.
It's crazy because, you know, I can see through people well as well. Like right here, her reaction is genuine. Like I can see it's genuine, but it's like you did this. Like you did it to yourself. You put him in that position and you put you in this position. Like
Where's my dad? Why he's not here? Please can't leave. Can I leave? God, he didn't. You swear to God! No!
Jesse Gehagen had died. Alyssa seemed truly upset at this news, even though she almost certainly expected his death, as detectives would come to find out eventually. But while it's not officially confirmed, all signs point to one chilling reality. This is, most likely, all an act, and it would be revealed soon.
she's a fucking actor. She's a fucking actor.
We can get you out of here. Raise your right hand. Somebody killed your boy.
Yeah, I called the police. I tried to save his life. I tried to make him do better, bro. I tried. I'm the only one who gave a about him. No, I'm being serious. You don't get it. No, that nobody. I'm the only one who called the police when he overdosed. Twice, not even his mom and dad. All by myself.
Alyssa would continue this frenzy until detectives had to end the interview. Even though she seemed genuinely upset over Jesse's passing, detectives would soon find evidence suggesting otherwise. Nevertheless, the stakes were now higher as this had escalated into a murder investigation. At this point, detectives still weren't sure exactly.
Side note, bro, like totally irrelevant, bro. That Gatorade looks so good, bro. When this video's over, I'm gonna have Gatorade.
What Alyssa was hiding, but the interviews that followed would begin to reveal the truth.
What's up, Mr.
Good, how are you?
Starting today, anyone can monetize with ads. As part of the all-new Beehive ad network.
Investigator Alvarez, the one that you ignored last night. Well, now you got my text.
This is one of Jesse and Alyssa's roommates. It's unclear how investigators first located him, but what is known is that he was initially reluctant to cooperate, ignoring multiple calls and texts from detectives. Perhaps he was hesitant to get involved, but when he finally agreed to an interview, he would deliver the biggest bombshell yet.
All right, man. So let's start from the very beginning, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, I know before you came in here, he said he knows who did it and who he can get us hooked up with that person and everything else because he tried catching up with you at Tom Thumb yesterday. So, before we get into all the details, who is that person that actually pulled the trigger?
It's Jacob Colville.
Okay. Who was the black guy that was there with him?
I've never seen him before in my life.
Okay. If you were shown a picture of him, would you be able to possibly recognize him?
Should be able to.
Okay.
How long have you known Colville?
Colville, I met back in 2018 in Walton County. He was we were in the same little pod together in Walton County.
Finally, thanks to the roommate, detectives have identified the white man with the gun, 29-year-old Jacob Colville.
He doesn't have any neck tattoos.
The same so-called friend Alyssa and her mother described earlier. But to the detective's surprise, the roommate had even more to reveal.
Colville showed up with his two kids in the car and got out and started an altercation with Jesse. And this is all over a female. This is all over a girl. What's her name? Alyssa Blackburn. I guess Colville's in love with his girlfriend or something. I'm not even sure who the girl liked, if she liked either of them or not.
So, oh my god, this is actually turned toxic. So, this guy likes her, and she picks him up. He picks her up throughout the middle of the day. Allegedly, that's what she says. And maybe her boyfriend has some words for him, you know, like. So now it's kind of toxic because she's hanging out with someone that likes him, and she has a boyfriend, you know. Then that's already conflict right there.
And I thought they were supposed to be friends, but no. As soon as the girl comes out of the house and says Jesse's inside, they didn't hesitate to, should we leave it? No, they went right inside my house, and they go down the hallway and they look through the first room, look through the second room, and I'm at this point I'm playing stupid. I'm like, what's
okay? I mean, she's going to jail for lying. Like, she literally didn't even kill her boyfriend, but she's just sitting here lying. From what I've noticed so far, like, she witnessed his boyfriend got killed, and she acts as if she didn't know why or know what happened. And usually when someone lies to protect someone, it's because there's a person they have interest in. So that alone already speaks volume itself. She liked him. She wanted to protect him over her own boyfriend. She's known. It's just crazy.
What's going on, guys? I don't know what's going on. I wasn't watching. I did not have my head turned towards down the hallway, but there was 2 gunshots, and I hear screaming. And there's 2 gunshots, And then by the time I look down the hallway, I see Colville backing up, like with the guns on Jesse. And Jesse looked like he had blood right here, maybe like in the stomach, and then in the chest.
Bro, please don't tell me she got in the car with them and then that's when she left while he's sitting there bleeding out. Don't tell me.
The shoulder. And even when he was on the ground, he shot another couple rounds, I believe. How many rounds total? I can't.
Quite a few.
Yeah, I can't even tell you. Whenever Colville and the black guy run out the front door, they took off.
What happened to the DVR?
I could show it to you.
Do you have it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And there's the camera in the living room.
Yeah, I noticed.
What the roommate just revealed to detectives is
they have a camera in the living room. She removed the DVR in which they could use for the evidence because she know it holds the truth. Whoa. But detectives, bro, think it's art. This
is
cool
everything
job,
they need to crack this case. It appears that Jesse's murder stemmed from a long-standing conflict that began in an altercation between Jacob and Jesse, likely during the drive-by incident reported earlier that morning, followed by Jacob returning an hour later to fatally shoot Jesse. Meanwhile, Alyssa not only fabricated her entire version of events, but the whole altercation centered around her. According to the roommate, she was in a love triangle with Jesse and Jacob that turned deadly. It's likely that Alyssa had grown fed up with Jesse before orchestrating the shooting with her friend.
And then, yeah, she probably started feeling more of something with this dude, but you know, this dude is always gonna be here because she lives with him.
Or perhaps lover, Jacob. This finally explains why Alyssa had been lying all along. She wasn't just a witness, she was an accomplice to murder.
Yep, she's a
So the cool thing about Pi is that you can choose to just block every ad that you're seeing, or you can opt in.
Fortunately, the roommate had the shooting recorded on surveillance camera and agreed to hand it over to investigators, providing them with undeniable evidence to bring the killer trio to justice. This incredible stroke of good fortune would continue when the roommate successfully identified Jacob's accomplice from a photo lineup of known offenders. He was 44-year-old Lawrence Bonner
Fucking Draymond Green?
Jr. The Escambia County Sheriff's Department quickly launched a statewide manhunt, alerting police to stations and the public to be on the lookout. Not long after, authorities would make a critical discovery. The black Toyota Camry had been found underneath the mobile highway bridge over 11 Mile Creek, burned down to the frame. While the search for the assailants continued, detectives wanted to solidify their case against Alyssa, so they would bring in the other roommate she mentioned earlier, and he would reveal crucial details about Alyssa's sinister role in her boyfriend's murder.
That little black Toyota Camry or Avalon or whatever it was, you know, the car they showed up in?
Yeah.
Whose car is that?
I think it's Scoville's.
He burned it. So.
He what?
He burned it.
Did he?
Well, yeah. So do you remember any of the conversation that was going on in the house? Like when they come back, you told them that Jesse's hiding in the back, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What was being said?
Oh man, I mean, you can't really blame him because if niggas walking in the house with a gun, probably threaten him to tell them where he at, bro. That's like, this nigga, bro, you're living with him, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Nothing. They were so quiet. Okay. They were just creeping through the house looking for Jesse, and they didn't find him at first.
Oh, okay. So at 10 o'clock when they came, they didn't know they wanted to finish the job then. You know, they came in the house creeping looking for him, but no, he wasn't there, I guess. And then they came back, and then that's when they finished the job. So when all this is taking place, where is Alyssa? Like, where is she? Like,
first.
You remember seeing Alyssa come in with a gun?
Who?
Alyssa, his girlfriend, Jesse's.
No.
When she first walks into the house and you're on the couch, you know she's holding a gun because we have the DVR.
Yeah, I did notice that. Colville did say to Jesse, he said, I ain't gonna shoot you, and he was shooting him the whole time, because Jesse would say that Colville would never shoot him. You know what I mean? Colville shot.
You know where Colville might be right now?
Well, you can't trust everybody.
I have absolutely no idea, man.
Well, we already have one of the three.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
One of the three?
There's another person that helped them out later.
Really?
So,
At this point, detectives had multiple statements from both roommates that
Yo, why the fuck this detective so cool, bro? This nigga just chilling, bro.
Yeah. One of the three.
There's another
nigga
person
like
that helped
these.
him out later.
Really?
At this point, detectives had multiple statements from both roommates that not only implicated Alyssa, but also discredited her alibi of being somewhere else at the time. Combined with video evidence showing her holding a gun inside the house before the shooting, there was no denying that Alyssa was certainly involved in the
I really hope they show this video to her in front of her mom, bro.
murder of Jesse Gahagan.
This is crazy.
While detectives were wrapping up the roommate's interview, one of the killer trio, Lawrence Bonner, was arrested after deputies surrounded his residence.
Nigga barefoot.
He was brought into the interrogation room directly across from this one. Detectives didn't waste any time with Bonner and would immediately confront him with video evidence to make him give up Jacob's location.
We want to know why he reached out to you, what he told you, because we already know you participated there. We know you didn't pull the trigger. But at this point, you literally have one opportunity to talk about
it. Wrong place at the wrong time, my brother. All you had to do was stay home that day. Shit, that dude probably had a beef with that dude for years. You probably just met that dude, but because you went with him, you're an accomplice, bro. That's crazy.
this. Otherwise, you are, and I'm gonna be very straight with you.
And if you want to see the video,
Yeah, we'll show you the video if you want to see
I'll
it.
show it to you. Okay.
You text.
They just asked if I wanted it.
Perfect.
How is this gonna help me though, man?
Why? Because you didn't pull the trigger. I mean, I see your face in there.
But I'm still.
I mean, you acting like what the going on?
I'm still gonna end up going to jail.
You are going to go to jail, but
Nigga's a bird brain, duh, nigga. You gotta lesser your sentence, my nigga.
the difference is whether if you decide to be honest and to help out, and then hopefully the courts will show leniency that you've helped out and you've been honest. That ship went down fast or however it went down. But not saying nothing, that video makes you look guilty as hell, bro.
Exactly. Oh my god, bro. He could have literally finessed this. He could have literally just said, you know, he was just riding with the other dude, and then he had no idea this was gonna go down. He thought they were just going in the house and blah blah blah. I mean, there's nothing proving that that didn't happen because he didn't pull the trigger. He didn't kill him. He's not the main person that's wanted right now.
It's cute.
You ready?
He looking for him. Ain't found him yet. Oh, there you go. Oh, he dropped his pistol. Trying to get on. You're like, what the? Here, hold this gun. There you go. Now give me that gun. There you go. Oh, let me go ahead and finish him off right here. Snap. Snap.
No, wait, he's not done yet, though.
Oh, shit, my gun. Let me get it. Oh, damn. Oh, let me give him one more, which he did right there.
Like, these niggas narrating this shit, bro.
So now you know we're not bullshitting. Which
Hey, can I talk to my girl, man? And I'll talk to y'all, man.
Now that Bonner understands the gravity of his situation, he agrees to share everything he knows with the detectives, starting with what the three of them did to Jesse.
I really don't know him.
But you know him by sight. You've seen him around.
I seen him around. You know, he offered me a ride.
Okay, there we go.
I took the ride.
Okay,
right?
there we go.
Yeah,
there we go. See, this is what I'm talking about. Whether he's lying or not, that he's saying the right thing, because, mind you, I'm not justifying what they did was right, but if he had no idea that this was gonna go down this day, then he 100% should took advantage of playing the innocent role and just being at the wrong time, wrong place at the wrong time. Definitely just take advantage of that for sure.
Put up at the house. The girl in the car, the girl she was just saying that the dude was selling, but something about the busted the windows or some shit like that though.
And then old girl, she's knocking on the door trying to get in.
Yeah.
So maybe she did just move in.
And then she comes back to the car and she throws something in the car and then she goes and walks her little dog. And then the rest of it's self-explanatory. We see the shots that happen and all that. Y'all walk back outside and y'all get in the car. And where's the girl? Does she get in the car with y'all?
Yeah, she had them ran up.
Okay.
Bonner had just admitted his role in the shooting, going so far as to confirm that Alyssa
He might still get like 10, 15 years. You can tell this nigga been crying, or unless this nigga just
had been present the entire time. Under pressure from the video evidence, Bonner would eventually confess to something even more damning. He had provided Jacob with the gun used to shoot Jesse.
Oh, it's like he could have said everything except that. Like, bro.
With that admission, Bonner officially became an accomplice to murder. Investigators would wrap up Bonner's interrogation and book him into jail. One member of the killer trio was down, 2 more to go. A week later, on November 5th, authorities tracked down Jacob Colville in Eustis, Florida, attempting to evade capture disguised in a wig, glasses, and makeup. But his cover didn't last long. An officer recognized
How the fuck did they discover him? With the wig, makeup?
him, initiated a traffic stop, and took him into custody. When finally apprehended, Colville was found with a loaded handgun and drugs in his car. He would reportedly state, "I don't regret it," when inquired about the murder. As for Alyssa, a warrant for her arrest was issued, and she was quickly apprehended, held in county jail without bond. While the killer trio's exact motives remained unclear, investigators determined that Colville, Blackburn, and Bonner were driven by a mix of personal vendetta and criminal intent. Their actions were likely tied to drug dealings and internal betrayals within their circle, leading them to see Jesse Gahagan as a liability that needed to be eliminated. Nearly 2 years later, in June 2024, Colville was sentenced to life in prison for the first-degree premeditated murder of Jesse Gahagan. Meanwhile, Lawrence Bonner and Alyssa Blackburn were also charged as principals to first-degree murder. As of this writing, both remain in jail awaiting trial. If convicted, they too will likely face life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Especially her. Especially her. I mean, the other dude, what he did wasn't justified, but, bro, you gave the nigga your gun, bro. Like, what else would you be giving him a gun? Yeah, that's crazy. Man, I hope y'all liked the video. If y'all did, make sure y'all smash the like and sub button. We out.